Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi anyị wetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o wetara anyị ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: Nigerian government accuses IPOB of bribing the office of Donald Trump. Onye na-ekwu okwu a bụ Rozay na live stream ya bụ ozi ya ka iji wee bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gwa ya eche ma mekwa ka ozi alụta ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
I think I've been having issues, or rather I'm having network issues, and then I don't know how this would end, but just write me if I am not being heard very well or if the network is bad. All right, just a quick one. I'm not going to spend much of our time today. I came across a news this very morning saying that we, the IPOB, has bribed the office of Donald Trump for Donald Trump to come and actually, invade Nigeria. That's a very careless statement from the Nigerian government. And you see, one thing about Nigerian government or Nigerian state is this: what they do to others is what they accuse you of. Tinubu is a very corrupt person, very, very corrupt. And I tell you, Tinubu is one of the most corrupt individuals I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how Tinubu became the president, although most of us knows that he bribed his way into power. Tinubu is a very corrupt man. This man cannot fly to America. That is the person who sits in Nigeria, negotiated our mineral resources to Finland, for Finland to take away Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. So when I saw that news this morning, I said, this is how far these people can go. This is how far they can go with their careless statements. That IPOB, the same IPOB that you are fighting in Nigeria, are the people who went to start bribing the office of United States of America. Can you imagine how a government will open their mouth to say such rubbish? I don't know how Tinubu and his cohorts, though he's a criminal, he's a drug lord, so how he came into power. Even though you stole power, can't you utilize that opportunity to put some things in place? When you came in, your first anger is to cramp down on the indigenous people of Biafra. Deal with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Very self-centered person. That is what Tinubu is all about. Tinubu is all about evil. They are telling you, American people came and said, okay, since you cannot help to, subsidize, or rather should I say reduce the insurgents in your land, if you can't do anything about it, we will bring our military to help. Instead of these people to admit that they have failed in governance, what they are doing, they started attacking IPOB. What has IPOB done? They are now telling you and I that we are the one that went to the office of the President of the United States of America to bribe America, for America to come. How does Tinubu think? They think it's all about governance is all about criminality. That is who they are. Nigeria is a very corrupt nation. Very, very corrupt. And I want to tell Biafrans this. Nigeria was never designed for anybody. Nigeria was designed for the British. So it's a British colony, it's a British empire, British industry. That is what Nigeria is designed of. Nigeria was never designed for you and I to be successful. Nigeria was never designed for you to have peace. Nigeria was never designed for you to grow, to have growth. Nigeria was never designed in a way that there will be sanity in that country. Have you ever asked yourself, with all the mineral resources in Nigeria, why is Nigeria still a poor nation today? Have you ever asked your country? Today, I am in one of the most powerful nations in the world. They don't have oil and gas. The only oil and gas they have comes from Putin. And that is why they are squeezing the neck of Africa to make sure to, abandon Putin with his product, because gas in this country is very expensive now because of the, punishment Putin is giving them. And that is why they are squeezing the neck of the whole Africa. These people don't have half of the mineral resources we have in Nigeria. Nigeria was never designed for you and I. Look at what Tinubu is saying. Look at what his office is saying. That it is the IPOB that went to bribe Finland, or rather America, so that they can come and attack Tinubu's government. How is that possible? How is that even possible? Biafrans, I want to ask you people, how is that possible that a Biafran will go to Trump and tell Trump, Nigeria, you must strike Nigeria? Which means if that is being said, and that was what we did, that means Biafrans were very strong. We get level. If we Biafrans can do what this Nigerian government has, said we did, we are very strong and powerful. Most of you don't know how powerful Biafra is today. These people are just sick in the head. They are sick. One of the lies they keep telling us every day is that Tinubu will go to America to see Donald Trump. Tinubu will soon fly to America. That Tinubu is almost on his way to America. You know what this animal did? He knows he can't fly into America because if he goes there, they will dive him. FBI will dive in. DEA will dive in. They will arrest him. I'm telling you the truth. Most especially Trump might even say that his plane should not leave. They might seize his private jet. A very corrupt man, I'm telling you. Very corrupt. So the guy went to South Africa to meet with South African president in order, because there was a time Trump invited the South African president in the White House. And if you notice, it is only that African president that has visited Trump in the White House. So he went to South Africa in order to go and meet with the South African president on how to go about Trump. So what happened, when he got there, the guy told him that he can't do that. He just can't do that. That he should go back and sort his problem out. He shouldn't engage him. They are now talking to the Igbo governors, Igbo elites, Igbo senators to go to America. That is what Tinubu is doing. And they are preparing, all of them are preparing to go to America as delegates. Tinubu is one of the presidents, since I ever have said, that does not have delegates in abroad. He doesn't have ministers abroad here. Tinubu has no ministers abroad. The only minister he has is Minister of Corruption, Abike Adabri. That is the only foreign minister this animal has. That is always going after Igbos. Everywhere he sees Igbo, make any comment on social media, Abike will dive them. That is the only minister that Tinubu has in abroad here. And now he's saying that we are the one that went to bribe Trump. In order for Trump to now start speaking about, coming to invade Nigeria. Trump has never said he's coming to invade Nigeria. He said he will, come and help you to curb the terrorists in Nigeria. Bring down the terrorists in your country. Now they have turned it that is IPOB that is pushing it. So they are even scared of us. So all this jumping up and down that they are doing, they are scared of us. They are really scared of the IPOB. They are really scared of we as an IPOB member that has redeclared our nation as the independent state of Biafra. IPOB simply means the indigenous people of Biafra. So they are scared of the Igbo race. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing. I have told Biafrans here, don't panic. These people are already pissing in their pants. Tinubu, that drug lord, can never step his foot in America. He can't step his foot in America. I tell you that because I know more than you people do. He can't. The only way Tinubu can come to America if Trump said, I am inviting President Turumbu, that's drug lord, to come to America so that we will have a peace deal talk on how we can chase out the terrorists that are killing Christians in Nigeria. That is the only passport and visa that Tinubu has to enter America. If Trump doesn't say that, Tinubu cannot step his foot in America. I'm telling you that for free. That is a man that Alexander Stubb went into bilateral agreement with to, jail prime minister. Very corrupt country. If I must say, Alexander Stubb is a very corrupt man, because there are a lot of good people in Finland. I'm telling you the truth. I've been to Finland several times. Very corrupt. You see what they do to people. You see how they manipulate. It is what they do, they put on others. When they go to Southeast to unalive people, they will come and tell you that it's the IPOB. It is Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. It is Simon Ekpa. That is exactly what they are doing. They started fooling themselves in the international world now. Why? Because nobody steals power to come and better your life. Nobody. Nobody takes power by force and utilize it for the benefit of the citizen. Tinubu stole power and he came in to steal more money. He doesn't know nothing about governance. That is a man that the Finland authority to remove Simon Ekpa and Joko and label Simon a terrorist. We'll see how that goes in courts. But again, I want to say this speedily, that please, there are misguided utterance, or should I say, voice notes that has been going around social media about our prime minister having some conversation with some people. I didn't want to discuss it before. I never wanted to talk about it because it's not every of these people's stupidity I like to get involved in, because there are some certain things that when I get involved into it, I'll look stupid as well. But for this, because this is circulating everywhere, I have to put that to rest. And permit me to say this, that these people, anybody that you see that is so desperate of power can do anything to get into that power, like Tinubu did in Nigeria today. Anybody that is desperate of power can do anything to get in, to get into power. Prime Minister has not spoken. Prime Minister has not said nothing. Prime Minister has no meeting with anybody. How they generated those voices is what I'm here to understand. Prime Minister has not spoken to anybody. Why are these people deceivers? And I must say this, anybody that is in prison in this country, right? You are not allowed to have phone. And we are not allowed to have mobile phone. Because that mobile phone, knowing fully well that you are going for appeal, would destroy your evidence of, trying to appeal. So whatever they are doing are being orchestrated. All the voice notes that you are hearing outside is fraudulent, is false. Now, number one, they said Prime Minister called them on a Zoom meeting. That is totally very wrong and very, very, very wrong. And I have to say this for free, that people that did that know where they got it from. That wasn't Prime Minister. Prime Minister does not have access to anything. The only access you have to Prime Minister is via his lawyer. His lawyer can come, go to, visit him, and they speak about his defense, and then he tells his lawyer, okay, please tell my surrogate this, tell this person this, that this is what I want them to do, on how I want them to go about it. That is the only position that Prime Minister is in today. Prime Minister is not in the position of having his personal phone, not to talk of having lengthy conversation with me or the COS or anybody in the cabinet. No. Prime Minister will never do that. Promise. I beat my chest 1.2 million times over that. So I don't know the desperation. I don't know what these people are looking for. How to pull down Dr. Ngozi Orabueze that has declared independent state of United States of what is it called? Biafra. That is the only thing that they are fighting. This our declaration is what they are fighting. And I don't want to mention names, because I have respect for some group of people. So if you are a Biafra, and you still feel that these people are telling you the truth, the CRC, Imam Madrabu, and the rest of them, all these people are all criminals. They are all criminals. They are not here for Prime Minister. They are here because they were paid by the Tinubu administration. You heard what Tinubu company said. Let me use the word company because it's not the government, that IPOB has gone to pay or bribed the office of Donald Trump. So it is what they do, they blame others for. IPOB, which money? Where did we see the money? We are still looking for, Dr. Ngozi Oraveze is still looking for money to do some things. Even this election, we are still looking for money. We're now carrying, how much? I don't understand these people. Though. Where are we going to see the money? To go and bribe a whole America. How much do we have? That is how to know that they don't have common sense. Their brain is not working. Common sense, Nigerian government don't have. All Nigerian government have in their brain is criminality. How to steal, how to kill. Anybody that becomes an obstruction to their evil agenda, they will take that person out. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still struggling and suffering in DSS's dungeon today. Persecuting this young man for doing nothing. I told you people that Justice Omotosho is the best friend of Wike. Wike, Tinubu, and Akpabio. Justice Omotosho was paid to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to use legal terms and what does not exist to jail him. That is their agreement. The agreement is that I am going to jail this idiot. That is the exact word that Omotosho said to Wike and the drug lord Tinubu, because they know he's going to be a stumbling block to their, government, the Ashirat government. I'm telling you for free. I told you people that the information you don't have, we have it. The information that reaches us, most of you don't have it. So I am not here to tell you what is not. And some of you are saying to me, oh, please don't deviate. Deviate to go to where? When I voted for our referendum, when I voted to become a USB, deviate from what? From telling the truth? Any day you see me telling you that Dr. Ngozi Oraveze is a bad woman, please, if you go and, in fact, use Amadioha to buy me, please, any day I come here and tell you, it is not that Dr. Ngozi Oraveze is not going to, she's a very perfect person. It's not that Dr. Ngozi Oraveze she's a robot, that she doesn't make mistakes. Even robots get corrupted at times. But any day you see me bending the truth, please, from that day, avoid me, because maybe I've collected money from somebody to start talking rubbish. Any day you see me do that, don't even listen to me. So why would I come and what we suffered for? What Simon is paying the price? What Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price? Then somebody like me will come and give up and say, oh, Dr. Ngozi Oraveze, for how much? For how much? Do you know how much they have promised Nnamdi Kanu? Do you know how much they have given to Simon Ekpa to drop Biafra? And you think money will move people like us? You people have to think again. You have to think again, please. So I will never be in the position of not telling Biafrans what is happening here is the truth. I really don't want to speak on the side of Ogenkere. I don't want to speak because these people they are wasting our time. They are just really wasting our time. So me coming to talk about is just wasting everybody's time. Nobody wants to listen to those kind of crabs or all those kind of idiots. All those idiots talking on social media. Nobody. Yesterday I was on, is this Kai News? No, not Kai. What's this guy's name again? Colonial TV. And the guy was just doing a very fantastic job. Very wonderful job. This guy is doing. Was doing a very wonderful job. His own part is using our language to speak. I can't speak fluently in our language. It's not a pride. Again, one thing that I want Biafrans to understand is that this USB, please help to support them. Support them. I, for once, would not come and tell you not to support the United States of Biafra. I will never do that. And anything you can do to hold on to this mandate that we have gotten, please help us to do it. The people home, Nnamdi Kanu is going through a lot. We need to defend. I told you people that what we release in Nnamdi Kanu is coming. What we release him is coming. It's not all about gun and bullets. It's not going to go down that way this time around. What we release him is coming. Fear who no fear woman. Fear who no fear woman. Fear who no fear woman. You see this woman called Dr. Ngozi Arabweze? If you are not
Daalụ nne maka isonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị tata na Igbo Media. Ọ bụ na ihe anyị na-ewetara gị dị gị mma, gbaa mbọ gbasaa ozi a ma mekwa ka ozi a rute ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa ka ọ dị.